Good morning. Coming up this morning on DC News Now, the search continues for the driver in a deadly hit and run on the National Mall.
Yeah, where that investigation stands this morning. Plus,
what changes the DC 911 call center is implementing to increase transparency. Jackie, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. We're going to be tracking that heat returning today. And not only that, this could be the hottest day of the year, and also tracking some isolated showers and thunderstorms later on this afternoon. I have all these details and timing of those coming up.
plus unearthing Maryland's biggest find in more than 130 years.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. It is 6 o'clock now on a Thursday morning. Starting you off with a live look outside. A warm and dry start here in the district, but we are tracking some showers for later today.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on DC News Now. I'm Tosin Fakile in for Corey James.
Good morning. I'm Tanaya Wright. Shanika's tracking the latest on your commute. But first, we do want to get to meteorologist Jackie Layer with more on the forecast. And it's hot right now, but the rain's coming later.
Yeah, we're going to be tracking the showers and thunderstorms developing as a cold front moves through. So that cold front meeting up with the hot air mass that's over our area. That's going to be setting up that battle zone between those two air masses and resulting in some of those stronger thunderstorms that we could possibly see. But out there right now, it is a warm start. We're noticing those temperatures into the 70s, at least in D.C. We just dropped back into the upper 70s not too long ago in Lexington Park. Yeah, we were in right around 80 degrees earlier this morning there. 76 in Hagerstown. We're mid-60s in Martinsburg as well as Culpeper. Low 60s out towards Luray. That's one of the cooler spots at this point. Satellite and radar showing us that we have that cold front just back off towards parts of the Midwest that will continue to advance closer towards our area. And in doing so, we'll fire up those showers and thunderstorms. Looks like a slight risk from the Storm Prediction Center along the I-81 corridor in areas north and west of there, back over towards the mountains, including the eastern panhandle. For D.C., we're talking about a marginal risk, so a slightly lower threat for some showers and storms, but it's not zero. So we'll continue to be monitoring that radar through the day today, but it looks like that planner for at least areas closer towards D.C. and for the eastern zones, we're noticing that much of the day is dry, but it looks like by about 3 p.m. is when we could be dealing with some isolated showers and storms out towards the I-81 corridor in areas north and west of there before they advance closer towards D.C. I'll have more details and timing coming up, but Shanika's here with the on-point look at those roadways for your Thursday morning commute.
It seems like you're seeing delays out here for your early morning commute on this Thursday morning. You're getting by to a single file that's left, and this is along BW Parkway heading north. That is right past Maryland 100 and flipping over. Just watch for those flashing lights there, and you are dealing with major congestion along this, again, one stretch. So right between Maryland 100 and I-195 is where you'll find that situation. So they're in the clearing stages of it, but again, you're still seeing delays. More delays in southeast off of Suitland Parkway and Firth Sterling Avenue. So watch for delays if you're trying to get toward DC 295. It is going to take you some time.
All right, Shanika, thank you. Your time right now, 6:02 on this Friday morning.
Now, a quick look at your Know and Go headlines. First up, court documents reveal new details about the shooting at Catholic University that killed a Kentucky teacher. Camera footage showed the victim and suspect speaking outside the Brooklyn Metro station. Documents then say the suspect pulled out a gun and robbed the victim before shooting him during a struggle.
And Northern Virginia is looking for bilingual child abuse case advocates. The court appointed special advocates called CASA, and they ensure children get the services they need. With the high number of children entering the system, there's a greater need for Spanish-speaking CASA advocates.
And the Labor Department says inflation hit a 2-year low of 3% last month. That mark actually falls below economists' initial predictions. Now, housing and food costs remain high, while energy prices and grocery prices are on the decline. Happening now, authorities across the DMV are searching for the driver that police say hit and killed the man near the National Mall.
And our Randy Bass is along 17th Street this morning where that all unfolded. So, Randy, what do investigators know right now?
Yeah, tonight, Tosin, this morning we are getting a clearer picture of what led up to that deadly hit and run here along the National Mall near 17th and Constitution Avenue. Take a look here at the scene. This crosswalk is where police and park agents tell us a driver tried to pull a driver over for expired tags, and that's when that driver sped off, hit a 75-year-old man and a 13-year-old girl in this crosswalk. Agents tell us that man died at a local hospital. He'd been visiting from Philadelphia. The teen looked at by fire and EMS crews who say she will be okay. This all happened during the busy lunch rush right around 1:30 in the afternoon yesterday. This area, of course, very popular with both tourists and locals, especially during the summertime. Witnesses we talked to describe that harrowing scene.
I heard a bang. I look back and I see a guy coming, like falling off, and he landed on the hood of the car. It was actually traumatic. Like, you know, I can't believe people are that much in a rush and they can't just stop and check if a guy's all right or anything.
Yeah, at this point, not a lot of information being made available to the public at this time. Park Police tell us that they told other law enforcement agencies in the area what to be on the lookout for, but at this point, we don't have any information about what that driver or that car may have looked like. Of course, we'll be following up with authorities throughout the day to bring you the very latest. Along the National Mall, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
Thank you, Randy. There still remains a rift between Mayor Bowser and some D.C. council members over the recently passed emergency crime bill. Some council members say the mayor has the power to tackle crime along with the U.S. attorney for D.C. They say she does not have to wait for council action.
The mayor has the ability to work together with the U.S. attorney to get more convictions. The mayor has the ability to deploy MPD where it needs to go. The mayor has the ability to follow the law and implement evidence-based prevention programs.
We reached out to Mayor Bowser's office about the crime bill. Her director of communications had no comment. And happening today, Hands Off DC will rally to protest new legislation that could interfere with DC's local elections. The coalition says a new bill would interfere with DC healthcare and worker rights. They are showing up at the Longworth House office building in Southeast from 3 to 6 p.m. to voice their disapproval for Congress. Meantime, D.C. City Council calling for more accountability and transparency from the district's 911 call center.
The council voted unanimously to require the agency to publicly report all of its mistakes. That bill says the 911 center would have to list monthly all missed calls, average wait times, and dispatch errors on its website. The legislation also requires a list of callers put on hold for over 15 seconds. One man who feels the center failed him says it is a step in the right direction after he believes his son died when a 911 call dropped in April.
That means we're making progress. That's good for me and the family. This is the District of Columbia, the world's greatest city. We're not supposed to be going through this kind of trouble.
The new 911 call center director hasn't commented on the emergency bill.
Your time right now is 6:07 this morning. Northern Virginia is in desperate need of bilingual child abuse case advocates. The court-appointed special advocates, also known as CASA, are a voice in the court system to make sure children get the services they need.
Able to speak to them in their language. It's a kindness and it's a courtesy, and it really helps with the case.
In 2020, Virginia prioritized spending money on services that keep families together. Still, the director of CASA of Alexandria and Arlington says she is looking for more Spanish-speaking people to help the high number of children who are entering the system.
We need as many as we can get. They should be able to put their head down on the pillow at night and know that they're going to be safe.
If you're interested in enrolling in the fall training cycle, there will be a meeting in August.
Time right now, 6:07, and Amtrak trains running through Union Station in the district are back on schedule after a train derailment halted service from D.C. to Richmond on Tuesday and Wednesday. The cause of that derailment still under investigation. Officials say no passengers were injured. Meanwhile, service disruptions continue to linger today for Virginia Railway Express trains. VRE officials say the service will run on an S schedule today, meaning only trains marked with an S will run. Those trains will stop at every station, including Union Station. And over in Virginia, the Loudoun County Board of Supervisors is changing the consequences for fare evasions on Metro.
Previously, fare evasion was listed as an unclassified misdemeanor. So that means anyone caught skipping on a payment would face a fine of up to $50 for a first-time offense. That fine would then go up to $100 for repeat offenders. This comes after the board voted unanimously to make fare evasion a Class 1 misdemeanor. Other offenses like train surfing were also upgraded to a Class 1 misdemeanor. And the Dulles Greenway, a 14-mile toll road that connects Dulles Airport with Leesburg, could see the toll prices go up. The privately owned expressway filed an application to raise the toll. So here's a look at the proposal. It would raise tolls by 22% during off-peak hours and raise them by 40% during rush hour. So that means for two-axle vehicles, the off-peak hour rate would be $6.40. During rush hour, that rate would jump to $8.10.
And inflation hit its lowest point in 2 years. That is according to the Labor Department, dropping to 3% last month. The drop in car prices and household expenses drove that inflation mark down below initial predictions. Taking a look at those prices of specific goods, housing costs were the biggest driver of inflation last month, behind 70% of price growth. Energy prices also down about 17% from last year, when Russia's invasion of Ukraine caused prices to soar. Meantime, food prices are still up around 6% compared to a year ago. As for grocery prices, it's either fallen or stayed flat over the past 4 months.
With Amazon Prime Day now over, shoppers can look for other places to find more deals. Members of Walmart's loyalty program, Walmart Plus, well, they can head to the retail giant for the last day of the annual promotion. So these are some of the deals you might find. Walmart Plus members can get a Midea window air conditioning unit for around 15% off. Clara Clark bed sheets are also on sale for 60% off. Shoppers can also get an Equan Connect sports cycling bike with a free 30-day membership trial for just under 65% off.